While I'm going through the answers or the slides first, you can actually do that. All right, Jakai, put your answers in. I send you the link now. Zachary, why is it that you cannot turn on the camera? Cersei also? Yeah, turn on the camera, yes. Okay. How many of you here today? 12. Okay. Joanne, I see that your answers are also not in, right? I can only see the MCQ. So what you can do is you can type in your answers in the Google Sheet while I'm going through some slides, okay? Yeah, so later we can take a look at your answers. Then you will... Jakai, you're able to edit, right? Okay, so Jakai, let's say you are here in this Google Sheet, right? So you type in your answer. I can see that you have placed your mouse over the box, isn't it? And then you click on it. Then you just type, what's your answer for this question? You just type down A, B, C, or D. Okay? Yeah, don't go and change those answers that you have already typed in. Oh, okay. Joanne, you change, you redo, is it? So Jakai, if let's say your question 1, you put down D, then you just type D, something like that. Can? Yeah. Okay. Let's start with our lesson today. Now, heat is not a new topic. Okay, heat is actually not a new topic. So I'm going to show you the slides. Can you see my slides? Can? Put a thumbs up if you can see. Now, this is a revision topic, so I will not be taking a long time explaining. You need to read out on your own, watch the video in the portal, the e-learning videos. Okay, I'm just going to go quickly. Now, in the PSLE syllabus, this is what you need to know about heat. So for PSLE, you are expected to know, okay, the common sources of heat. State that temperature of an object is a measurement of its degree of hotness. So temperature of an object tells us how hot or how cold it is. Differentiate between heat and temperature. So many of you typed into the chat just now, heat is a form of energy. Okay, good. Then temperature, I didn't ask you to type it in, but you should know it is a measurement of how hot or how cold a substance or an object is. Okay, it can be solid, it can be liquid, it can be gas also. Now, show an understanding that heat always flow from hotter region to colder region until they both reach the same temperature. Clear about that? Okay, so there's always heat flow in what sense? Always from some place that is hotter to some place that is colder until they are of the same temperature. Next, relate the change in temperature to the gain or loss of heat. So what is the meaning of change of temperature? Either it gets higher or it gets lower, isn't it? So need to know, okay, when a substance, okay, gains heat, what will happen to the temperature? The temperature will increase. So if a substance loses heat, its temperature will definitely decrease. This is quite basic, you must know. Okay, effects of heat gain or loss, it can lead to contraction, expansion of objects. It can lead to a change in the state of matter. Now, identify good and poor conductors of heat. Okay, so in general, we classify the metals as good conductors. Okay, and then the poor conductors are wood, plastic, air, and even glass, Okay, some of these examples. So what is heat? We talked about it earlier, okay? Heat is actually a form of energy, so you can't see it, but you can feel it. Okay, heat also makes a substance warmer, okay, when it is being gained by the substance. Okay, Jakai, don't worry if let's say you find that, how come it looks like that? All right. All this can actually be fixed. Yep, you just type in. So what is temperature? You need to know it's a measure of how hot or cold an object is or a substance is. Typically in Singapore, we measure heat in terms of degrees Celsius. How many of you know other units of temperature? Anyone? Type in quickly. If you know other units to measure temperature, to represent temperature, tell me. Yep, I see Carlin typing in. Thank you. Yes, so we know. Another one is called Fahrenheit. Any more that you know? Okay, any more that you know? Irene is here. There's one more. We actually call it Kelvin. Capital K. Yeah, Kelvin. Really spelled like the name Kelvin, Kelvin. All right, but you only know, you only need to know degrees Celsius at this level. So heat and temperature are related, okay, in that there is a transfer of heat from one object to another, which leads to a change in temperature. The two are very distinct, okay, they are distinct concepts. You cannot confuse them. So if you are supposed to differentiate them, know this, heat versus temperature. Heat is a form of energy, okay? Temperature is a measure of how cold or hot an object is. Okay, and then for heat, the unit is joules. And then for the temperature, yes, we have Celsius, Fahrenheit, or Kelvin. You only need to know degrees Celsius. So heat transferred from one object to another, but temperature cannot be transferred. You must know that temperature cannot be transferred. All right, so we go on. Okay, changes of the states. Now, when solid gains heat, it can actually change state, right? It melts to become a liquid. For example, solid ice. Solid ice being taken out from the freezer, it will gain heat from the surrounding and it will start to melt and change to liquid water. Okay, and if I heat the liquid water, it's going to turn into gas. So the opposite can also happen when they lose heat. Clear about this? No need to copy anything. I'll be giving you the slides. Okay, everything will be given to you. Don't worry. I'll put it in our shared drive also. Later on, you will see it. Now, I'll be sending you the links for these videos. You will watch it on your own. All right, for the expansion and contraction. Now, good conductors of heat. Okay, these are the examples. I'll just go through quickly. You can read it on your own, right? Okay, metals. Why are they used in cookware? Because they transfer heat extremely well. They conduct heat extremely well. Now, poor conductors of heat. Okay, I need to change something. We don't call it insulator. All right. Okay, we don't call it insulator. Later, I'll change this. Okay, these are some examples of poor conductors of heat, like air, wood, okay, and then glass, plastic, rubber as well. Okay, need to know rubber is from the nature. Let's see, what is that? Okay. All right, so very quickly, we already finished this and we can go into our slides. So let's aim to finish our worksheet as soon as we can. Then we can have a quick game of Kahoot. Let's see, where am I now? So back to our slides. Okay. Turn on the camera, Qi Hui, Joven. Joven. Attendance not taken yet. Okay. Question 1. Now you have two identical cups, A and B. Okay, they contain some amount of hot water. This hot water are at the same temperature. So Bala placed a piece of bubble wrap onto cup A. So this is how bubble wrap looks like. So can you tell me what is inside every bubble of this bubble wrap? What is inside these bubbles? Okay, answers are coming in. Good. You all know lah. Yeah. How many of you like to play with this bubble wrap? I mean, I do when I was young. Okay, I like to do it, you know. What do you do with it actually? Do you wrap yourself with it? Pop it. Yeah. Okay. And I have this habit, you know, I like to pop it and I'll pop it row by row. Okay, one after another. No, you know, there are some people who will just twist it. See, Kalin said, she will take the whole piece and she'll twist so she can hear all the popping sound at one go. But I don't like it. You know why? Because there will be some bubbles that will not be popped. So I like to pop it one by one. Okay, I have like OCD, like my son told me. Okay, I have some obsessive compulsive disorder. Every single one must be popped. All right, and it must be popped in neat rows. Yeah. So some of you may be like me. Some of you probably like Carlene. Some of you don't even care about bubble wraps. It's fine. Yeah, it's fun, isn't it? It entertains us a lot. I can totally understand it. Okay, so bubble wrap has got a few functions. Usually we use bubble wrap to wrap up things when we are moving house, etc. When you buy something like a glassware from a shop, you see that the shopkeeper will wrap it up nicely in bubble wrap for you, isn't it? Why is that so? To prevent, if you know, quickly type it in. Why is it so? Yeah, see? Yeah, many of you know. Okay, so some people also use many layers to wrap so that you don't scratch the thing, you don't smash the thing that you just purchased, or when you're moving house, you don't want your furniture to have any scratches or bumps or cracks, etc. Yeah, good. So you know this, but in this case, they are using it for another. Oh, Carlene, you're lucky. Carlene has big rolls of bubble wraps, so she pops them all the time. Nice. Okay, so in this case, in this question, they're using bubble wrap because of its property, because of how bubble wraps are made. So they are made with a lot of the air bubbles, okay? And then we know that air is actually a poor conductor of heat. If you don't know, write down, air is a poor conductor of heat. All right, that means it doesn't allow heat to pass through it easily. Yeah. So Bala placed a piece of bubble wrap onto cup A. Okay, so cover cup A with this. 5 minutes later, he noticed that the water in cup A had a higher temperature than those water in B. What is the likely reason? Okay, what is the likely reason? I saw your answers. Yeah, I saw your answers in the portal. Yeah. All right. Just 1 minute. Okay. So majority of you got this right, but there are some of you, okay, a couple of you, 3 of you here who did the worksheets. Out of all that who did the worksheets, 3 of you got this wrong. Okay, look at the answers again, the options here. Right, heat was transferred